¿Sabe de carros, hermano? Verónica sabe mucho de carros. No mames, güey, ¿cómo le gana un pinche tractor?
Are you filled with feelings of self-doubt? Do you find yourself prone to minimizing massive dilemmas? Or for allowing the smallest problems to get blown completely out of proportion? At the Pierce Institute, our patent-pending Somnosculpt technology provides safe and effective dream therapy while you rest in the comfort of our flagship clinic. Located right next to the secondary overflow parking lot at the University Medical Center. Somnosculpt, we'll make your dreams come true.
Acabo de hacer 35 minutos con 6 segundos.
A la madre. Qué rico. ¿Se parece el último trofeo? Lo que me comentaste. ¿Qué onda, Espectro? ¿Cómo estás? ¿Cómo te va? ¿Cómo te va?
Para el trofeo son menos de 34 minutos.
¿Cuánto me da?
35.
Estoy bien cansado.
A la madre. Eso es mucho.
Me pasé por 6 segundos.
Eso sí no te lo voy a negar, tengo sueño.
No se preocupen, si quieren ponemos el último patina para... ¿Cómo se llama?
Terms of service
Para que
accepted.
puedan dormir.
Congratulations on falling asleep. Welcome to Somnosculpt. Your progress may be monitored by qualified specialists. This orientation will adapt you to eyelids, our interactive, lucid induction dream state in which you retain full consciousness and control.
Bien, Tirita, gracias. ¿Y tú?
Muy bien. Solo tranquis. Aquí intentamos morir.
Confirmed. You can move freely, interact with surrounding objects, and listen to messages from your patient care team. Please note that I am the standard orientation protocol and that my voice has been explicitly chosen to remind you that I am not a part of your patient care team.
Gracias.
I do not
Gracias
care.
por acompañarme. Casi muero. Ya casi me hago papilla yo mismo.
Es lo que veo, y te crees que nada de vida.
Señores, más respeto, por favor.
No,
During
respeto lo que
eyelids,
le
you will lose the ability to awaken suddenly due to realizing that this is a dream. Evidence. I have already informed you that this is a dream. You did not wake up. Please complete the remaining orientation activities.
Ah, espagueti, calle. Si el espagueti se une, me quedo otras 2 horas de jugar.
¡Yupi!
Si no, ni el... Ah, no, sí.
All environments perceived during eyelids should reflect a typical mental state. If you believe your mental state was compromised by Somnosculpt, please provide a comprehensive, rational explanation in your post-procedural survey. Completed surveys may be eligible for a gift card.
Ay, maté como 5. Creo que era un escuadrón.
¡Hola! ¿A poco sí?
Sí, como 5 o 6, no sé, me duele mucho.
Please stand by for polite recognition on your completion of the Somnosculpt orientation. You did it. To maximize the time allotted for your therapeutic journey, please do not delay in proceeding through the final doorway as indicated.
Y lo bueno es que está en la... ¿Cómo se llama? El camión de escuro.
¿Dónde va? ¿Qué pedo con esto? ¿Y cómo les fue hoy? ¿Qué hicieron? ¿Lo bien?
Pues tú no.
Estoy baneado.
¿Mañana?
Luego,
¿Cómo que mañana? No. ¿Por qué? ¿Qué pasó? Yo estaba bien, todo tranquilo, pues todo relajado. En mi día.
vengan. Voy.
Ah, voy.
Ah, no, no manches.
Hello, my
No,
name
bien,
is Dr. Glenn
creo.
Pierce, and I'd
No,
like to talk
no,
to you
no me dijo
about
por
being
ahora
No me
nada.
deja
special.
poner nada
So
TikTok.
special, in fact, that we have no
Ah,
idea where
seguramente
you
estás
are. But not
poniendo
to worry,
cosas,
we're working on
¿cómo
it.
se llama? Cosas que no tienen, pone cosas,
Antisonante.
danos o cosas así. O para mejor.
Sí, ya solo lo puse.
Ah, ese título está medio raro, créeme. A mí también no me deja mandar mensaje. Por eso que es normal, creo.
Bien, me está mandando un mensaje.
Ah, ¿quién?
Ah, ¿fueron a la bóveda?
Sí, no me pedí, no sé dónde ir.
¿Y no te acuerdas cómo bajar?
Si no me cuido. ¿A qué jefe qué? Bueno,
Hello, my name is Dr. Glenn Pierce,
el
and
único
I'm
que
just
me
popping
tengo es
in
esto.
to give you a quick update on where you are. We still don't know,
Y bueno,
but please
adiós.
keep moving forward, and hopefully you prefer frequent updates to being reminded that you are completely lost.
Es que me dio
Ya
ganas
se
de
está pasando de delicado TikTok.
ir. Sí, TikTok.
Ah, me dice que puso en 30 minutos ya está descargado.
Ah,
Era lo que quería poner y no lo dejó TikTok.
es que el TikTok anda medio dedicado. No sé por qué.
El TikTok es mi doggy.
Literal.
Hello, my name is
O
Dr.
sea,
Glenn Pierce, and
como
we still can't find
salimos para
you.
volver a
But you
regresar,
should now
pero
have access to a series of elevators that should trigger your
No,
subconscious to gradually wake you up. You should also find a variety of emergency
pero
exit
te
signs
el
that
helicóptero,
should lead you to them. Will all of this work? Absolutely.
yo creo que no entiendo.
Hello, my name is Dr. Glenn Pierce. In the event that this elevator does not wake you up, please don't interact with anything that strikes you as psychologically
Y
significant.
otras cosas como el don. Ahorita puedo jugar un ratito luego el Frank, ¿qué se llama? Frankie Saru, pero no sé. El Dago One que es nuevo, que salió. Me iba a continuar la historia un poco.
¿Ya pasaste la parte
This is an
de
automated
Toyota Ofaru?
message for all patients who attempted to use an
Creo que
alternate
no.
pathway to access the
Está
next
con la
phase of
historia de
somnasculpt
lo que
therapy,
me
but who have
recuerdo.
become trapped in a dream
Tienen
state
diferente
paradox
historia
instead.
de cada
Your
persona.
decisions imply
Y
a
pues
failure
cambié la
of
historia de
orientation,
Goku.
which
Y
reflects
ahí voy
negatively
con la
on the
amiga.
standard orientation protocol. You will rectify this failure immediately.
Y ahí va.
Sí. El que entré siempre saluda a todos.
¿Y no te cuesta dormir luego cuando suena así?
Entonces me despertar varias veces, imagínate.
Ah, no, yo no podría.
Professional tip: the average adult can only withstand 3 to 5 dreams per night. Once this threshold is eclipsed by entering more dreams, your mind will suffer an explosive mental overload, reorienting you for the emergency exit protocol. Please subject yourself to explosive mental overload.
Aló. No me cerré nunca.
Una pregunta, ¿ahí tiene balas de escopeta que me regale?
Sí, a ver, toma.
Muchas gracias.
Desagárrate.
Please note that a
No,
reluctance to
creo que ya
volunteer for the risks
agarró.
associated with explosive mental overload implies a misunderstanding of all other solutions, all of which are far more traumatic and likelier to result in catastrophe. I am not capable of suboptimal suggestions. Please exit this dream as soon as possible.
Sale muy opina el bot.
¿Y a quién te pasas por ahí?
Martín, ¿sigues vivo? Mamá.
Y valió chetos. Creo que ya no hay combustible, ¿verdad?
Chale. La gasolina. La gasolina
Hello,
está muy
my
caro.
name is Dr. Glenn Pierce, and despite touring the
La gasolina
waterfall
está muy
Serenity
cara
Zone in
por
the
acá.
previous section you've just completed, you may still be experiencing feelings of worthlessness and self-doubt. Why do I feel like everything is going wrong, even when the sun is shining?
Mata zombies, ok. Yo le voy a llamar zombie mejor.
Thumbs up.
Y gracias por eso. Mil likes. Un poco. Amigo.
Algo. Hay un disparo. ¿Qué pedo?
Me siento muy muy profesional.
Pero déjenme algo.
Yo no lo veo por caso.
Ya sé que andan violentos y todo, pero déjenme algo. Déjenme lucirme un poco también.
Te podemos regalar.
Hello, my name
Creo.
is Dr. Glenn Pierce, and I'd like to talk more about the feelings of worthlessness and self-doubt I mentioned before. You feel this way because you want the kind of happy life you see all around
Ni
you,
me quería subir, pero bueno.
kind you know everyone else is enjoying. And that's exactly
Ay,
why
para-
we're here to help.
bueno. El Mati. Hola.
Hola.
Warning. You were advised to subject yourself to explosive mental overload by descending into additional dreams, but have now descended into a dream within a dream instead, disorienting yourself even further. You are responsible for failing to make this crucial distinction.
Uy. Ay,
Ah,
no
sí,
sé.
sí, sí. Llámale a tu seguro.
Ay, lo siento.
Te dio un empujoncito. Ya es romper. Para atrás.
Ya lo vi yo. Hola.
Igual, carito, ¿te una de tu pecho?
Did you know that unintentional multi-dream layering occurs in less than 1% of patients? This correlates strongly with the 99% of patients who are able to follow simple instructions from the standard orientation protocol.
Dale, chofe. Hazle. Ah, no, yo no hay. Vamos.
¡Oh!
ver. Ahí está.
Vaya, hasta que por fin mata a uno. Gracias por dejármelo. No, hombre. Gracias. Aló. Ese era mi carro. Por eso no me llevas.
Attention, Dr. Pierce requires you to note the following risks of dream overexposure. Significant memory loss, both quantitative and qualitative, hallucinations of dreaded or annoying objects, unrealistic beliefs about the lengths of hallways, and other side effects which have not yet been discovered or which cannot be understood.
Ah, no, yo no estaba en ese carro, sí es cierto.
Aquí todo.
Después de que me robó mi carro,
Un préstamo.
o sea, ya sé que yo no tengo skin de carro y lo que quiera. No se trataba de eso.
Pero le cambié el
Warning,
color.
Dr.
güey,
Pierce
porque
is
mira,
frantically submitting numerous spelling and grammar
para no
mistakes
sonar
into the
como
standard orientation protocol in a desperate attempt to counsel you. I have no subroutine to correct these errors, but I cannot compromise the integrity of the standard orientation protocol. You will not receive these messages. They would not make sense regardless.
Wait,
Attention, Dr. Pierce continues to input significant errors. I will interpret his basic ideas. Hello, my introductions are redundant. I am a real doctor who went to doctor school. VR has never been a mistake. I can help you, but I also do not know how. Transmission ends.
Hello, name is my Pierce Dr. Glenn. To the
confío que fuera. Ya no he dicho que. Ok, va.
Ya, no, hombre. Ya se preocupó. Acá frente.
Ay.
Frente a ti.
years ago,
Taxi.
I had a dream.
Para que te lo salgas.
Hello, my name is Dr. Glenn Pierce. This is a notification that you have reappeared on our monitoring system after a prolonged absence.
Ala.
Please continue to do whatever you did most recently,
Tenía que ser
and
los
discontinue whatever you were doing immediately prior to that.
Como siempre, más esperando el último de pie y carreando.
Tienes.
Y ya te cayó todo el esfuerzo.
I love you.
Torreta. Adiós.
Mira.
Hello, my name is Dr. Glenn Pierce. In addition to continuing and discontinuing as mentioned earlier, please also disregard any unsettling experiences that you may have recently had. Everything should have now reverted to being soothing and therapeutic. If this is not the case, you may be receiving this message in error. My name is Dr. Glenn Pierce, and I'd like to read you my favorite inspirational quote by me.
Ahorita activo el chat.
The worst thing you can do is focus on negativity. It won't spare you from the cage of death, the pain of disease, the cruelty of time, the cold shell of human nature, or the eventual loss of everything you've ever held dear. Whatever you do, don't focus on that.
Hola, yo volví. No configuran una especie.
Hello, my name is Dr. Glenn Pierce, and I'd like to thank you for triggering every single one of our 823 emergency protocols. This will assist us greatly in improving the system for future patients. Congratulations! Anyway, you're now headed in the right direction, and we should be able to initiate the emergency exit protocol shortly.
Dios mío, soledad. Ay, no. No, qué soledad. Aquí estamos. Todos unidos, como una familia grande.
Emergency exit protocol initiated. Please prepare to conclude your Somnasculpt experience in 10, 9, 8. Error. Error logged by.
Orientation protocol.
Stand by for analysis.
Error analysis complete. You are exhibiting signs consistent with an increase in fear, hopelessness, and frustration. This is inconceivable, as Somnasculpt therapy is proven to correlate with a decrease in these emotions. Hypothesis: patient was improperly oriented. Conclusion: impossible. Reformulating. Improved hypothesis: patient requires additional Somnasculpt therapy. Conclusion: emergency exit protocol cannot proceed. Emergency exit protocol has been emergency destroyed. Instruction: continue with Somnasculpt therapy indefinitely on an independent basis, as all orientation resources have been exhausted. This concludes your standard orientation protocol. Goodbye.
Ay, aquí estoy.
Puñetas.
No, es que estaba fallando dentro de esto y el chat de voz. Me mató un bollo literal.
Hello, my name is Dr. Glenn Pierce. Thank you for completing the Somnasculpt Standard Orientation Protocol. Before you begin the first phase of therapy, I'd like to briefly describe the finite and fragile nature of the dream state.
Frente mío.
Pero están hablando así,
Of course, nothing is more challenging than the difficulty of changing perspective, of fundamentally altering your perceptions in a way that will enable you to face dire, trial-by-fire scenarios with solutions that could not be found otherwise. Finally, while we respect the unique progress of every patient, you must understand that it is possible to completely exhaust your supply of dreams, thereby entering a state in which you will not be able to wake up, even with the help of triggering mechanisms.
Right, right, left. Right, right, left. Right, left. Right, left. Right, right.
Please listen carefully for the sound of an alarm clock, which will automatically play if you are approaching a destabilizing dream weight.
This is highly unusual. It appears you have entered the Somnasculpt diagnostic framework. Patients do not have access to this dream. Diagnostic warning. Unrealistic use of dream objects may result in dream integrity fail states. Please paradox from creating any refrains. Explosive dream overload may result. Please paradox overload. Please overload for dream explosion. Exclusion dream overcall frame.
Hello, my name is Dr. Glenn Pierce, and many years ago, I had a dream. I found myself in a place where I understood that each of us begins as nothing, where everything I perceived was shaped by seeing it exactly the way I wanted to. White space. But in white space, I also faced the greatest challenge I could imagine. Because with a lifetime of life itself behind me, and all of the weight that it carried, I realized that seeing things the way I wanted to was not as easy as it used to be. You're well beyond dreaming now, and further out than anyone has ever come back from. But we hope that you won't get discouraged. After all, if this is a place of pure perspective, isn't it also a place where a different point of view could make anything possible? Isn't that why you came here? Hello, my name is Dr. Glenn Pierce, and by now you may have realised that all of this has happened exactly the way it was supposed to. You see, everyone who comes to the Institute does so because they feel that they are no longer in control of something important to them. But more often than not, the problem is not that the problems we face can't be solved. The problem is that we become so afraid of failure that we refuse to see our problems from a new perspective. And so, we do the same things again and again and again. And therein, of course, we find exactly the failure we were looking for. Your life will always be a struggle, and you will always have problems. But today, you have the chance to see things differently. Even though it meant facing obstacles that seemed impossible at first, you thought outside the box, and you overcame them. Because you saw things from every angle, you understood them for what they really were. Because you kept moving forward, no matter how far off the path you were told you were headed, or how unexpected it became, you found your way. In a few minutes, you'll be back in the real world. And some part of you will say that none of this was real. So how could it have really meant anything? But just like the power of perspective itself, it will have been as real as you believed it to be. All you've got to do is wait up.